accidentally stopped the video, but you can see pretty well from there. Okay. So the first step in doing this is to unseal the necessary shingles. I like to use this scraper. This is a multi-purpose scraper. In some conditions, you can use the flat bar or the roof snake. They are designed that way. This is the roof snake, by the way. So this is the end that would go underneath, pry up the nails, and in some cases, this is a little too blunt for my liking for unsealing purposes. So that's why I use something like this. First, we're gonna go ahead and unseal the shingle we want to replace. Okay, perfect. And the key here, the big thing is, if your objective is to make this repair, right, carefully without causing any additional damage, well then you have to approach this with that in mind. And with that in mind, you're going to take your time and do it just like this. A couple things to know for anyone who would try to do an individual repair. Right now, so temperature and time of day definitely factor in to your ability to do this. And by ability, I mean more so ease, how easy it's going to be. I'm of the opinion that you can do it. It's just in some cases you have to be a little bit more careful, and others you don't. So when the temperatures are so hot like they are now, all these shingles are going to be sealed and bonded pretty well, basically, adhered, because that's the point. If you were to try to do this in a cooler temperature, it would be a little bit easier to unseal them. So if you were to try to do this in the fall, maybe, and if this was in some cases, I would try to lift, as I start to unseal this, you could try to lift it without using the scraper. That's a little riskier. I've done that before, and if they're bonded really well, you could start to tear the shingle. So the safe bet, and the route I'm going to continue to take, is by using the scraper and breaking that seal with the scraper. Because obviously I'm trying to show you that you can successfully do this. And it really is one of those things that just takes time and patience. There with this one. And in this situation, with this type of shingle, exactly it's going to be a little bit more tedious. I don't want to say difficult, but a little bit more tedious than it would be with your type of shingle, 3-tab. 3-tab, essentially the same concept, except it has those cuts, those keyways, so that one shingle is comprised of 3 tabs. Hence, 3-tab shingle. But because of that, it has a little bit more give. You know, this is all one solid piece, and it's laminated. So essentially there's 2 shingles together to make one. Because of that, there's a lot more resistance, right? With a 3-tab, because you have those individual tabs that you have to work with, it makes it a lot easier. So that's the I don't want to touch the camera. If you can see, I just unsealed the first one. So this is, in theory, we're going to pretend that this is the one that needs to be replaced. So now, because I have nails here, 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 I need to unseal this shingle, this one. So basically we're going to go ahead and do the same thing to these shingles above. And for this first one here, very important, not that I think you're going to do this, but gloves, the matting of a composition shingle anymore is going to be fiberglass, and it can be incredibly irritating when it gets in your skin. It's difficult to get out. So I'm just gonna, for this one, it stops here. I'm just gonna unseal this one a little bit more just to give it some extra room. And then I would need to, ooh, yeah. Definitely gonna have to make this a YouTube video. And in my opinion, this would be considered, what are you doing? This would be considered the hard part. What are you doing, crazy? And it's not that the actual process is difficult. Honestly, for me, it's just bending my knees like this, staying in this position for an extended period of time. You start to feel it. The flip side of doing this when it's warmer, even though they're harder to unseal, is they are more pliable. They have a little bit more give because of that heat. It's a deer. Oh, cool. I don't know whose cat this is. I'm just kidding. I'm trying to help. Excuse me. Let's see if I can edit this somehow to fast forward. This process. Ooh. That should be everything we need as far as the unsealing goes. Alright, I'm going to try to take this off without stopping the video. But it might just be easier so I can flip it around and show you what's next.